The three of you decided in your infinite wisdom to follow the lead that you picked up back at the convenience or the corner store when you read the article about one John D. Ears farm being apparently assaulted by a quote alien menace. Starting to wonder if that story has some relevance now due to the fact that you've met an alien and there are hairy beasts around that are morphed from wayward pets. Um, Yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and pick up where we were. If I remember correctly, y'all were just at the Radio Shack and you were just about to head out. I will also say, because I realize in earlier recording, I said one thing and then I said another separate thing as to where the farms are located in this town. So I'm going to say it this time, and this is canon. This is the canon location of the farms in Littleton. They're on the northern part of town. That entire northern sector is farms. And if anyone ever says otherwise, including myself, just know that they're wrong. Okay? Just know in your heart that they're wrong and that I'm right.
All right,
Okay.
Angel of February 21st. Absolutely.
February 21st, 2022. Drawn the line in the sand. No more nonsense. We have it down.
And the farms are in the freaking north.
The farms are in the north. Cool.
This is a great intro, by the way.
I'm trying to work on my cold intros more, you know? Like,
Yeah.
the three of you were heading out from the Radio Shack to head north. Also, as a quick update to sort of the timeline of events, it is now around the time that school would be letting out because you have been roaming around town all day for the second half of your school day. The sun is just starting to get to that point where it's like just before it starts changing color for sunset. You can kind of tell. It's got that yellowish hue everywhere. And the three of you are heading towards the farm, riding your bikes, of course, that you definitely legally earned and did not steal from a warehouse. And let's just go ahead and pop right in on that there location. It takes you a few minutes, I would say, and by a few minutes, I would say 20, before you arrive at John D. Ears farm. It's one of a few farms in the town that has been here the longest, and as such, doesn't have as much space as the more commercial farms, but it does have enough to support, at the very least, the farmer, their family, and whatever goods they might want to sell in town. As you approach, the front gate is unlocked, and you are able to roll right in and park your bikes by the gate. And you see to the north a tiny little farmhouse, as well as a vegetable patch on the easternmost side. And you see a bit of the dirt has been tossed aside in a horrible, horrible mess. What's your approach?
Okay, first things first. Did anyone bring locks for bikes? Or should we just, trust that they're not going to steal our G.I. Paul, My Little Pony, and Mongoose bikes?
That clearly says Steed on it.
You're right, it
Pointing at
does.
your bike.
It does. I need to recognize where I am now instead of where I was. So,
I getcha.
Okay, cool. Do you guys just want to put the bikes up here and, I don't know, do you guys see that weird looking big ol' hole in that vegetable patch?
I feel like maybe to avoid getting shot by any homeowners, maybe we should announce ourselves first.
You know?
I kind of agree with the announcing ourselves part.
Okay. Yeah, that's way smarter.
Guns are real.
That they are. Okay, cool. Let's go. What are we gonna say, though, for why we're here?
Hey, we heard you got attacked by aliens.
Student newspaper. We're here to investigate.
I like both of these answers equally, and I say we put them together and say that we're from the student newspaper and we're researching aliens? Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Done.
Okay, perfect. I can't lie.
I mean,
So, you honestly think this is a perfect idea then?
I do.
Hey, May, your two friends are walking away from you while you stand here talking about
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. I was just like, whew, really into it.
You're psyching yourself up at this point, meanwhile the other two are like, alright, let's go.
Oh, me knock? Okay, I'll knock. Step up to the door.
You step up and you knock on the door. I will say, what you are standing in front of is the porch.
Then I will step onto the porch.
There we go.
And then the
So you-
cage falls. Okay, go ahead.
You knock on the door and there's a gunshot and you die. No, it's only a few minutes before you hear some heavy booted footsteps heading on over, and through the screen door you can see a grizzled and somewhat bewildered gentleman dressed in overalls with some nice flannel, sort of peering at you through the door, and then you hear him say, yeah, what you want?
Excuse me, sir. We are
Yep.
here from the student newspaper of Littleton High.
Uh-huh.
We heard that there was aliens here, and we wanted to investigate.
You want to investigate some aliens?
Yeah, we saw your post in the
Tabloid of Higher Consciousness.
tabloid of higher consciousness. A great thinker wrote of you.
May's holding it up just in the background, not saying anything, just simply holding up the Tabloid of Higher Consciousness.
Y'all here to make fun of me? Y'all here to mock me? Because I ain't gonna tolerate no more of that.
No, sir. We are here under the most strictest of guidelines to find the truth.
Can we go ahead and get some popularity from you, Greta?
Oh goodness, that thing I'm terrible at.
The role is gonna fall to whoever leads the action, so... Hey,
That's a 9.
Okay.
do you have any points of extra credit in
No.
your pocket? Oh no!
Okay.
So...
geez.
You try to be super convincing, and this gentleman just looks at you, like, he glares at you over his glasses, and is like, uh-huh. Yeah, you kids should be in school, you know that, right?
School is actually out now. I'm sorry. I had my friends ride all the way across town. I really want your autograph.
You want my autograph?
Yeah.
You're John D.E., right?
You're John
Yep,
D.
that's my farm.
I really love the Tabloid of Higher Consciousness, and I think your story is really cool and important, and it seems really truthful, and I just think you're like a beacon of truth in this town, and I really admire that. So I want your autograph. Yeah.
Alright, May, let me get that popularity roll
Alright.
from you.
That's an 11.
That seems to, at the very least, inflate some ego, and the latch on the door comes undone, and the door swings open, and you hear John say, come on in then.
Okay. Good.
I follow in.
Alright. So, the three of you enter this small, some would call it cozy, some would call it drafty, farmhouse. It is definitely lived in for several generations and has been kept up as best as possible. You do see some wiring that looks like it's definitely out of code by this point, but you know how it is. Living out in the country, you gotta make do with what you got. Even though this is essentially 20 minutes from town. And John sits in his reclining chair, has a bottle of beer in his hand, and says, "All right now, what does it y'all want to know?"
I want to find an alien and I want to punch it in the face.
I mean, we want to find out the truth of what happened with your cattle.
And then punch an alien in the face.
Yeah, you know, you and me both there. Article kind of, embellishes a bit, but, yeah. Was, few weeks ago now. It was late night, quiet, barely heard a cricket chirp. When suddenly there was a very large explosion. And, I hear my cows panicking. So, of course, grab my shotgun, head on out, see what's going on. Figured some of the neighborhood kids were playing some sort of prank again. And he lowers his glasses and looks at the three of you again and is like, when I went out, well, let's just say what I saw, I had never seen before. I've seen many things out here. I've seen wolves, coyotes, foxes. I've seen lots. But I ain't never seen no animal like that. Alright? Now, lots of people telling me I'm crazy. They say what I saw was a bear. For starters, bears keep away from my property. Alright? Got plenty of bear traps around. Can't get in. Second, ain't seen no bear just walk on its hind legs like that.
Sir, may I ask you a follow-up question about that? What are these bear traps like that are around here?
Well, if you've ever seen a bear trap, they look an awful lot like a bear trap in that they're round, with sharp teeth, and a little pressure plate in the middle.
And you just have those around your property, armed.
Well, they wouldn't do very good disarmed now, would they?
Okay. Do you have up no trespassing signs?
Shouldn't need 'em.
Okay.
I guess to your credit, bears can't read.
Oh my god.
So where did you see the bear? I'm sorry, the extraterrestrial.
Saw him standing square in my vegetable patch. Darn thing tore through all my crops, saved what I could, but ain't much. Suddenly I gotta dip into my savings just to feed me and well, mostly me these days. Sometimes my grandchildren will show, but they're too busy. He takes a swig of his beer. Now, I hope the three of you ain't gonna try nothing dangerous. This thing, whatever it is, something for adults to take care of.
I'm definitely an adult.
You are definitely a minor.
No, I'm from another country. You know, I'm Asian. We look really, really young.
Okay. Renjiro, I'm gonna need a popularity from you.
Let's go.
I just
Let's get this bread.
Let's get this bread.
Let's do it.
Ah! Oh,
Here, what's the funny? Okay, so I absolutely have 7 extra credit that I can make this a 10. Is it worth it?
Oh my god!
I have failed a shit ton of these, okay? I have failed
You
so many of
did?
these.
Oh my.
That's incredible. You
I
should
love
do
this.
it.
But is it worth it? Is it worth it?
I would almost say
Is it worth it to gain the approval of
I
this
would
old
say
farmer?
it's almost worth
Through
it.
like the most like semi-racist abuse. Oh my god! What's the positive
Yeah.
outcome here? Is like, oh, you're right. Asians do age slower than the rest of us. What the fuck?
I
Yeah. I'm also curious as to what you hope to, what the gain is from this.
Truth, not enough to actually go through with it. So I'm just gonna bank that and have 8.
I can I
All
say
right.
that May tried to help by like lifting her finger up almost to make like a finger mustache under his nose as if that was going to help anything. And then it only made it get
I
worse.
think that's actually why it's as bad as it is. Because suddenly you're pulling a smell my finger, but worse, and this guy is just like eyebrow cocked, like, yeah,
For
sure.
2 seconds, May thinks about just full on transforming into hero mode right in front of this man who has already talked to the reporters. And then she's like, okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, sir, thank you so much for your time. But just, to ask, do you like patrol your farm a lot, or like are you like really big into wandering around like for the next hour and a half?
What?
It's a pretty weird question, I know. I was pretty much just asking, like, it sounds like you've got a lot of bear traps and things going on. You sound like you're a guy who's really dedicated to security.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually make the rounds every evening.
Gotcha. And I mean, between the bear traps and the rounds and everything, man, oh man, any other like measures that are like lying in wait for them trespassing possible bears and aliens?
You want to know what I use to keep the bears and the extraterrestrials out of my farm?
Well, yeah, mostly because I think it's like really valuable information, especially for the extraterrestrial stuff. That's money.
He gets up from his chair, and you see him do like arches back a bit, like he's trying to get into shape. Takes a swig of his beer, sets down the bottle, and says, "Let me show you." And he actually heads towards the front door and says,
Oh,
"Come on."
okay. Hey,
I am also going
As-
to show you the token that I'm using for John. It is, in fact, a potato sack.
Just
So
amazing.
Get a good
Oh my
close-up of that
gosh!
potato sack.
Look at
Oh,
that
yeah.
glorious potato sack.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Lol.
him. And how beer soaked is this potato sack?
You do see more than a few stains on the pants of his
Okay,
overalls.
great. As he is like leading
Um,
out, I'm gonna turn to the others and be like, "Nobody light a match near him, because I am slightly afraid that the fumes will just make him explode." But I also just want to check this. We're not gonna get murdered by an old farmer today, right?
Why'd you have to say it?
Greta
I
shrugs.
swear, if you jinx this, May, I will be so upset.
Oh,
Well, now I have to rewrite this whole encounter.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry.
You can't
I'm sorry.
give the DM
I'm
ideas.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. May's just like, I don't know. It's just like, my mom always said, she says a lot of things about how I could possibly get murdered, and this is one of those situations, but that's okay, because it's not gonna happen to us.
What? Now you've double jinxed it, mate. If I die, and let's be honest, I've seen this movie before. I know that I die first. If I die, I will come back from the dead and punch you in the
And
face.
I will not even put up a fight. I will simply listen. I've already been hugged by a ghost. I've already given a ghost sushi. Why not?
Both of you, shut up!
Why not be punched?
Nobody's dying tonight.
Okay,
Why would you say that? Now you've jinxed it too.
hold on. I do want to make this honorable.
Stop it.
Hey, Ren, can you pinky promise me that if you die, you will come back as a ghost just to punch me? Because that's incredible.
Yes.
Yes.
pinky promise.
Okay. It's a pinky promise of violence, and I love that kind. Yes.
y'all
Yeah.
coming now?
We're here. We're here.
Yep. We're here. Right. Yeah.
May just like
All
thumbs
right.
up and smiles so hard in Ren's direction, just threatening.
So if you were following the farmer after this wholesome bonding exchange, he begins to head south down his property, sort of walking with purpose and a lot more vigor than you would imagine a beer-soaked gentleman like himself would be. But here he is, making his way towards this shed of the southern part of his property. As he gets to the door, he says, now, I know we established you were definitely children. Just want to make sure. Any of your parents cops?
Oh no, not even a little bit.
No. No, my father
All right.
is very anti-authoritarian.
Alright then. Sounds like, your dad would get along.
You've probably listened to his music.
He...
What?
Hey, what now? He opens the doors. To the door to the shed. And you see a small workbench and what looks like there used to be like a stockpile of like feed and like water in containers, and then just wall to wall a collection of weaponry. You see from farm tools, which, pitchforks, stuff like that, useful, but then you see like 4 different rifles. You see a chainsaw on the workbench that looks like it has been cleaned and polished. You see a flamethrower in one corner, as well as just all manner of... You see several different revolvers and other forms of just guns galore, ammunition aplenty, and he turns and he says, listen, I've been investing for a while. 'Cause I knew there'd be some day that someone would come to my farm and I'd have to defend it. And that's what I aim to do. So this is where I keep the good stuff.
So, just to be clear, if someone came to invade your farm, you would leave your house, run across the giant open field to your shed at the other end, and grab weapons? Is that correct?
Good plan.
Well, to be honest, they were in the house, but then them reporters came around and I didn't want them snooping.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
that
that's
makes
fair.
sense.
Does
Yeah.
make sense. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have they come back? Not the reporters, the aliens.
One by one my cow started missing, so I have to assume they did.
Does he actually have any left? Like, do we see?
You don't see any cows in his field.
0 cat.
0 cows. He says, yeah, years of investing. I'll have to get new cattle. They even took my dairy cow. Everyone knows you don't get good meat off a dairy cow.
So is that where you saw them? Greta points to the giant crater.
Yeah, that is, ground zero, so to speak.
Okay.
The darn thing stood nearly as tall as any man.
Greta's gonna attempt to hop the fence.
Hey, young lady! No, we got a gate.
Oh, okay. There's a gate.
Greta has already hopped over. Yeah, it's a gate. And I could have sworn it looked differently from the rest of the fence, but in hindsight, it blends in pretty perfectly. But it's right here.
Sweet.
He unlocks the gate and opens it and lets you in.
Perfect. Alrighty.
I start looking around the area for any kind of clue.
Let's start throwing academics then, my good Greta.
Hey.
Oh
Is 15 enough?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be pretty good. Looking around, you see, my gosh, to the unwary observer, it would just look like a bunch of disturbed dirt, like something fell from the sky, which is what happened. But amongst that, you can actually make out the signs of drag marks. And you see that the drag marks are moving in a direction going that way. And as you follow these marks over to the fence, you see they stop at the end of the fence. But there is nothing there.
Is there anything on the other side of the fence, or can I see the other side of the fence?
The other side of the fence quickly leads to the nearby forest. It is thick and full of trees and almost impossible to navigate.
Alright.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of what I know about this area from where we came in over here. Is there a way around this property to get behind it?
Around this property to get behind it, I'm gonna go ahead and say that, I mean, with that good roll, I'm gonna say that you can easily get 2 answers worth out of that, because that was a very good roll. You know that the main gate is the one and only entrance to this place.
I know that, but
What?
I'm trying to think of how my character would get around this property and to the forest behind. Is it easily accessible?
I mean, if you left from the front gate and just went around the fence on the south side, you could get to it.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Okay. Otherwise, you could risk climbing over the fence, but
We don't need to risk it.
hazardous.
Thank you very much for your time. I think we got a lead for the paper. Come on, Ren. Come on, May.
Oh, we need to ask. How deep would your bear traps be leading in this direction?
Wait. You mean around property? Them things littered all over the place. Kind of lost count of how many.
How far from the property? Like 20 feet, 30 feet?
I mean, I got them in a nice thick perimeter, so anywhere from about 15, 20 feet out to right up against the fence.
So,
Okay.
hold on. None of
That's not
those
bad.
have been triggered by any of these alien things?
Now, I thought I heard one snap a few days ago,
Huh.
but
Where
I
was
couldn't figure
that?
out which one.
Oh.
I just heard the
Okay.
snap.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And sorry, I was confused. You said that this is a job for adults, but you also definitely for sure look like you do not want cops anywhere near here. So is there a group of adults you recommend we find for you?
I've been gathering together some folk who can take care of this that, you know, won't mind well thought out measures. You know, that sort of thing.
All right, we should go.
Yeah, we should go.
Yeah, we should go.
What, did y'all not want my
Oh,
autograph? or
right,
something?
right,
I
right.
don't
Here you go.
want that.
May pulls out her copy of the a tablet of higher consciousness and just forks it on over and just waits.
Did you happen to bring a pen or something?
Greta produces a pen immediately.
He takes the pen and starts to sign, and then, like, seems to get frustrated and tries again. And then he shakes the pen. He says, no, this won't do. Hang on. I got some pens back in the house. Why don't we, go settle that there, and then you can be on your way.
Wait. Can I have my pen back? I say, following him.
Oh, here. It's empty, but sure.
I think it's just a little cold.
Alright. I got one of them Sharpies. Them sons of guns will write on anything.
That's what they were designed for.
It's as you are approaching the house, the sun is starting to set, and it is starting to get a little dusky, when you hear the metallic snap of a bear trap.
Which direction?
And John stops in his tracks, just looking around, sort of listening intently.
Wait, did...
Y'all didn't, bring a fourth friend along now, did you?
No.
As a matter of fact, we did. Let's go get our friends, everyone.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes, we did.
We will be...
They're a little unorthodox, but you gotta bear with us, sir. They're specialists in this matter. They have handled many aliens before.
Yep.
There's another snap.
We'll be right back.
Or not.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Going somewhere.
Can we, like, are these bales of hay?
Yes, they are bales of hay that are a little bit taller than you are.
So right now, is this oriented like the cardinal directions? Okay.
Yes, north is up.
So I'm gonna try to situate myself so I'm like west of him. So technically, like if he's trying to look at us, he's looking at the setting sun, and he's a little bit blinded by that, as best we can.
Oh, okay.
And then just gonna duck behind and transform. Let me pull up our Steam.
Okay. Yes, your friends.
Yep.
Your unorthodox friends. They solve everything in cosplay. All right. You recite your oaths, your chants, and the three of you instantly transform once more into your heroic forms with thunder, a chill wind, and this radiant light. Which, good idea, you letting the sunset sort of help to brighten the background, so two of those things are not as noticeable, and the other one's not really visual.
There you go. Okay.
And, yeah, you are now in your heroic forms. What are you going to do? You hear in the distance a couple more snaps.
Wait, can you give us a direction of the sound? Like an arrow?
Give me some perception.
Okay.
Ah, yes. 0 modifier.
There's this acoustic nature to the area, so offhand, not the easiest thing to check.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Well, two of you can tell that these snaps are coming from the north, from behind the farmhouse on the other side of the fence.
Crap. Okay. All right. Ren, where are you?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's north. We gotta go north, and we gotta make sure that John is in his house.
Okay, yep. I will go up to John's door, and I will yell into it. John? Oi, John.
What's going on
Hey,
now?
so they're here. Also, we're the folks.
Who are you?
We're friends of the kids that just passed by.
You
Renjiro.
Excuse me, sir. You need to see a dentist about them
Yes,
teeth.
yes, I do. But more importantly, I'm going to use these teeth to fuck up some aliens.
Uh,
I mean, look, they're coming. They're coming like right now. Like right now. So you need to stay.
yeah, no. Why do you think I'm holding up inside my house? I got my shotgun trained.
You got ammo?
Yeah, I got ammo.
Get in the bathroom. Stay there. Anything that isn't big, tall, green, or very pretty, don't let them in. They're the pretty ones. I'm the green one.
Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I was gonna do, which is hole up by one of the windows with a shotgun.
Well, we don't want you to get dragged out. What if they have tentacles?
Nothing gonna drag me out. What? Excuse
What
me?
if they have tentacles?
What does tentacles gotta do with
Well,
this?
what aliens have you seen? What if this alien has tentacles?
I'm talking about little gray men and stuff like that. What kind of aliens are you talking?
Did we cut the chatter?
While this conversation is happening, May is going to bolt for the shed and just grab at one of the weapons.
Okay, great. What do you want to grab?
Okay, so you said that there were rifles. You said that there was a flamethrower.
Yes, it's a little small affair. It's obviously intended for helping to clear brush.
Oh, that's tempting. Because we did start all of this by May refusing to pull the fire alarm because there wasn't a real fire. So, let's freaking go. And she grabs the flamethrower.
Oh, good.
Let's get this bread.
Let's get this bread! And let's most importantly toast this bread!
Since you took the flamethrower, here's how I will have it work for you. I will effectively, let's see, there is a spell, some might call it a cantrip. Scientists have yet to agree. You know what? I feel like the best way to codify it in terms of Dungeons and Dragons, for the time being, it's gonna work like the cantrip create
Great.
bonfire, because that's kind of what it's
Perfect.
meant for.
Not like firebolt or something?
That would be
Like a
really
limited
cool.
use firebolt?
No, I mean, it's still gonna have limited uses. I'm probably gonna set it to, let's say it's got about 8
Got it.
uses. That seems like, but it is meant to create little gouts of fire, which is why create bonfire works. You can find that one in Xanathar's. If you
Am
need
I
reference.
capable?
Or just the
Am I
old
capable
Google.
of grabbing multiple, or just I have to choose one of those weapons?
I would like to think that when you see the chainsaw laid out on the workbench, that it has like a brand name written on the side of it. Excalibur.
It is actually Excalibur
Oh my
brand
god!
chainsaw.
In that case, May is going to look at the flamethrower, reach for it, and then see Excalibur printed on the side and be like,
But the flamethrower is St. Elmo's brand.
"Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, this
so
is
dark.
impossible. I hate this. Oh, I hate that I only have to choose one. I am going to.
This is really what this whole encounter is for. Is
It's
for you
for
to
me to pick a weapon. I am deeply sorry, but I do have to go with the flamethrower because knowing that Greta is ice and everything that I am is basically been light and heat, I'm like, I want to play too. And she's gonna grab the flamethrower. The St. Elmo's fire
All right.
flamethrower.
All right, you grab the flamethrower and are now armed. I will give you enough time to. Actually, no, because you ran across the field when that happened, and Renjiro and Greta, you were just like getting set up and ready, right? Just sort of like standing there and waiting.
I was trying to move far along the northern perimeter, like far away from this. This is where the sound is coming from, right?
Yeah, that's about the area that you.
So
can
I'm trying to stay well back and get a view on it.
Okay. There is a tree off to the east here that you could also place yourself behind for a little bit of cover if you wanted to.
Um, sure. Boop.
And Ranjiro, you just stand in, axe at the ready.
Yep.
Alrighty then. Ranjiro, then you are the first to see when two small furry figures appear and climb under the gate around the compound. They are very familiar because they are two gremlins that you encountered, and you even can recognize they're the ones that got away.
Okay, we have to remember we can't kill them, we just have to knock them unconscious.
Says the person who grabbed the
She looks at the flamethrower and is like, it can be also used for blunt force trauma. So
You got
Fair
a lot
enough,
of hopes
I'll-
right there.
I'm just gonna see what happens.
Anything's a club if you can swing it around.
You know, you're not wrong. I will let you treat it as a, you know what, given its size, yeah, I don't think 5th edition has a great club in the
You
martial
wanna-
weapons category. I think you
I
have
was
to go
gonna
with
say
a
a
maul.
mace, a maul, or a great axe.
I think I'm gonna go with
Maul.
a maul because while it is on the smaller side, it's pretty
This
hefty.
is such a niche thing, but when we were building our characters, I did ask if anyone was gonna be a mall goth, and I guess it's me. Haha.
God, yes, thank you.
Just amazing. Impeccable.
10 out of 10. You have just earned the crown, Queen of Puns. You did it. You win.
I'm so deeply happy.
While you're winning, let's go ahead and roll some
Okay.
initiative. The two gremlins crawl under the fence and immediately spot you, Renjiro, and are going to pounce up over to you, and they're going to do a hurt on you. Let's get some attack rolls going. Let's see, that first one. Does an 18 hit your armor class, Renjiro?
Yes.
Okay, great. And what about an 11?
No.
Okay, that's good. Did that... Okay, that's weird. You will take 7 points of slashing damage
Jesus.
as one of them comes up wielding a sharp stick that has been carved into sort of almost like a knife or something.
Bloody.
Yeah, it hurts. Oh, you're already bloody?
I'm
Oh
not
my
raging.
gosh. That's true. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm sure it'll be fine. And that's their turn, so the turn is now on Greta.
Oh, goodness. Let's see. They're right next to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Time takes from us all that we see, but takes nothing from sweet memory.
Oh, is that a sleep spell that I hear?
Yes.
Oh, great. Roll that 5d8.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, actually,
Oh, no.
this is gonna be really funny. Watch this. I'm so excited to watch this.
I'm making sure that Renjiro's outside of the sleep's influence.
Alternately, if you
Okay.
do make him fall asleep, I can slap him awake and do a little lay on hands action, so the high five turns into the damage that'll also heal him.
That's amazing.
But you may have to make sure you scream at him and say, "Get a hold of yourself," and then smack him.
Of course I was gonna do that.
Okay. These two gremlins decide now's the time to take a nippy nap because they've been magically induced into sleep. They are asleep and unconscious. Well done. Is there anything else on your turn, Greta?
Nope. I'm just looking around for any more. Do I see anything?
You don't see any signs of any more gremlins nearby. However, you do hear another metallic snap. This one from behind you.
Oh,
Can you give me a ping or a direction? Cool.
I should choose a color that is much more visually alarming and noticeable.
Womp.
That's better.
why did I feel threatened by that? Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It's
Okay.
because.
I will use my move action to move to the other side of the tree.
Okay,
Girl.
great. That is actually a really good decision because as no sooner do you move around the tree to the other side, do you see something come crawling out of the brush and the trees? And it is hulking. It is covered in dark brown fur that is matted. It grips the fence and just sort of crushes it in its grip and climbs into the farm. And you see, covered in blood, this huge, hairy thing wielding a tree branch in its hands. And it sort of like sniffs and looks around. And its turn was spent on its entrance, so Renjiro, it is your turn.
I will move there.
Okay.
And I will take one step forward. And then I will yeet a javelin.
Yeet?
It's
Oh.
a technical term.
Oh. Explain this yeeting.
He stows his axe, has a javelin drawn from his back, and then throws it right at this thing that he sees.
This thing. Well, good news. That 16 is going to hit. How much damage do you want to deal?
I'd love to do maximum, but I'm not going to.
Oh, that's a nice ambition. You do hit it squarely for 6. I'd say that's pretty good.
I will do a me number of damage.
That's awesome.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
And I will yell at May. Could use some healing when you get a
I'm
chance.
coming.
All right. May,
Okay,
it's your
I'm
turn.
going to sprint over to my boy. 1 second. And I am going to be like, that was amazing. And give a high five of healing. You are going to get, I'll just give you my full 5 points of
Thank you.
lay on hands. So,
Can you handle the full
can you
5?
handle the full 5? His name is
Yes.
6, okay? All right.
I see.
Okay. Well, that is my action, but I'm just going to kind of that was pretty much my movement too, but I'm gonna try to like stay behind this fence area and stay as covered as I can.
Okay. All right. The 2 gremlins that Greta put to sleep are a snoozing right along.
I'm so proud of them.
However, something just lurks. What could it be?
A potato.
It could be a potato. But it's not. You feel. Well, let's see. Let me see if you do feel anything. Do you feel things? Tell me
Oh,
how much
wow.
you feel.
Feelings.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's so good.
Mhm.
May. Does a 17 beat your armor
Yeah.
class?
Yeah, you could say it does, bud. Yeah, you could.
Okay. You are so focused on Renjiro and this bugbear that you don't see this fist-sized rock come sailing through the air and clock you in the head for 8 points of
Okay,
damage.
I'm bloody. Ow!
Yeah, things are not looking great so
Where
far.
did that come from?
And now that it has made an attack, its position is revealed. It's another gremlin
Oh my god.
that was sneaking
Oh
around the
my-
farm.
Lanta, I swear. These hamsters. I'm gonna get these hamsters.
Greta, it is your turn.
Greta eyes over to this thing, and then she eyes over to this thing, debating on which one would be the better use of her power. A shrill cold point this night grants, but in your heart this cold implants. Ice knife.
You're casting Ice Knife? On which one?
The bugbear.
Oh, okay. Bugbear? What's that?
You said
You
bugbear.
said bugbear. Whatever.
You did
I
say
say
bugbear.
Whoops. I may have let slip that I'm using a bugbear as the stats for this
It's
thing.
okay.
Oh well. Let's go ahead and get that roll to hit there. It's pretty big and beefy. Can you guess that you're fighting goblins and bugbears for your first
I
adventure? Whoa.
Never saw this coming.
It's so surprising.
I always thought it was boblins and guggares.
Oh, goodness.
No, that's next week.
Ooh, a hot dog.
That's to hit.
Well, that is absolutely going to hit.
Going to hit touch, too, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it's just a...
No, you're thinking of Pathfinder.
I am.
But either way, it's going to hit.
So that hits, meaning it does a d10. But it also does 2d6 of cold damage.
I believe there's a saving throw for the cold.
Yes. That would be DC 13 reflex save for half.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay. It does successfully, like, as the ice knife hits it, it like, just barely pierces through the fur. And then it already is on the move trying to get out of the spot as it erupts into shrapnel. Go ahead and roll. Oh, you did. You rolled 6. It is only going to take 3 more points of damage from that.
And Greta is going to run between her friends.
All right, I did
Fair
my part.
assessment.
It's your turn.
I'm spent.
I'm done. Yeah, having been assaulted, this thing lets out a horrifying roar, and it just starts charging, and it runs for beep, 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 beep. Renjiro, the nearest
God.
person. Go figure. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Sorry.
I'm almost positive that you'll survive this. Renjiro, does a 13 beat your armor
No.
class? Oh, okay. It brings this, like, really sharp and splintery branch down on you, and you just bat it out of the way without a second thought. You are ready. And that is going to be the big boy's turn. Hey, Renjiro, how do you feel about being hit by a branch?
So angry. And I shall rage.
Yes.
I shall rage, and I shall return the favor with my axe.
Okay,
Go
go ahead and roll it.
Dirty.
Well,
Nonetheless.
that's gonna hit.
Are you sure? I mean...
That actually needed a 40 to hit. No.
oh,
Jesus.
That happens with bugbears sometimes.
Yeah, bugbears. I think you mean big boys.
That was a whole statement.
Whew.
You know, Big boys. Yeah, you deal a significant blow to this thing as you bring your axe down. It is not looking too happy with you. And it's also not looking great.
Yeah,
May,
I'm
it is your turn.
fully gonna like aim at him with the flamethrower, like I'm about to set him on fire, and I'm like, fuck it, and just run up to him, and I'm gonna try to hit with the
Okay,
flamethrower,
great.
like the butt of the flamethrower.
Awesome. So do you have the
I do
stats
have
for
the
a
stats for them
maul
all loaded up.
loaded up?
Just a normal.
Excellent. Let's see if you can
Let's
hit.
let us. No. Wait. Yeah, no, that doesn't.
Unfortunately.
No.
No, a 10 is not gonna hit, unfortunately. You do catch it off guard a bit because it seems to possess a lot like a decent level of intelligence, and seeing what you have, it's expecting like a gout of flame, and then you just sort of butt with it, and it's like, "Arr?" But it is able to step out of the way of the awkward
So
maneuver.
since it's can I use two weapon fighting to as a bonus attack use the same weapon again, or would that not work? Yeah, okay.
That would
Yeah,
not work,
'cause it's
unfortunately.
the other.
It's
Yeah,
a weapon
that's
in
right.
either hand,
Not
not
the same.
the
Got it.
same.
Thank you.
I have witnessed games with much less clarity on what two-handed weapon
And
fighting was, and I have witnessed how
exactly.
crazy
So
it
I wanted to make that
gets.
clarification.
As long as you have a weapon in each hand, well, I do. It
I
just
was
happens to
gonna
be the same
ask,
weapon.
would I still have, since we exited hero mode, would I still have that little bit of rebar that we got from the warehouse? Okay.
Yes, you have the weapons the scrapped
Okay,
weapons
in
that
that
you
case,
looted.
I would technically have a longsword rebar, basically a longsword rebar, still on me. Okay.
Okay. Yes, you have rebar that seems to have been bent in a weird way that it almost provides a guard and is also long and can be wielded with two
How
hands.
perfect. In that case, would I be able to do that as two weapon fighting? Okay.
Unfortunately, no, because a maul is a
Thank you.
two-handed weapon.
Perfect.
But you did great, and we love you for it. And now your turn is over,
I
and that's okay.
swung hard, and I'm definitely dying in the next round. So I'll see you guys later.
Listen. Nobody's nervous. Sometimes things just happen, and it's okay that they
I
happen.
invite it. Let's go.
Okay, well, as you are saying that, you hear something sail just by your head and land on the ground next to you, and see another fist-sized rock. That gremlin threw it, but did not have the aim this time.
I look at the gremlin and I'm like, what? Just because I didn't think this was the way my day was going to end. Fighting a bear with a flamethrower and getting rocks thrown at me by a gremlin who's probably a hamster.
I mean,
If you would have told that to me this morning, I would have been skeptical. But now...
My horoscope was completely off.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey Greta, why don't you go ahead and go?
Chill of winter, I ask of thee, grip them tight, let not them flee.
Doing a pew pew ray?
Yep. Ray of Frost on that one. What do I gotta do for Ray of Frost? It's another to hit, right?
That is, yes, an attack roll. Well, yeah, that's gonna hit.
Well,
What is gonna hit
I'm
most?
lighting them up
Nice.
today.
You are. Just finger guns all over the place. Pew pew.
Oh, God. Can't hit for nothing, though.
Well,
It's also worth noting that his movement speed is reduced by 10
oh, great. That's super good to know.
until the beginning of my next round.
All right. Are you gonna move anything or?
Nope.
Okay. Renjiro, your best friend's gonna hit you again. Or at least try. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that a 21 is gonna hit your armor class.
Normally, it would be a no, but just because I feel like being nice, I'm going to say yes.
Just
Oh,
to make you happy.
so
Are you
much.
not gracious?
I feel like not enough people take the Dungeon Master feelings into account. We're the ones that are really stressed in these combat situations. I mean, I've grown emotionally attached to my big boy and my greedy gremlins.
Yeah, I want him to feel success, you know? I don't want him to feel like overshaded or anything.
And I appreciate that so much. It says a lot about you as a person. So much so that you are going to take 8 points of damage from that attack that definitely landed.
Halves to 4.
Oh, that's right, because when you're raging, you take half. I forgot about that. All right. You feel a good thwack to the head, and I think even like the branch starts to splinter as it hits you, and you're just like, no. And it's your turn to let him know how you feel.
Reckless. Wait, I can't do that
can't
yet.
yet.
Never mind. Sorry. Yep, sorry. Just kidding. What a good joke.
That was a good sixer, as we call them.
Actually, oh no! Now I have to use that.
I take this.
A sixer.
Jeez.
Was it a 6 joke?
I take the bean and I say, I am very unimpressed.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be one of those, isn't it? You swing and the bugbear, big boy, just like barely ducks out of the way. This is going to be the fight. You two hitting and or missing, but never going down.
Okay, this one's fucking mine.
What? Okay. Should I just light the other one on fire?
You do what you want.
Don't light it on
Okay, I'm not gonna light things on. I have very limited things to do here.
Oh, you're right. That's mean. All right. Well, you could call him mean.
Okay, I will.
That was silly. Don't do that. Do what you want. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
Try knocking out the gremlin. Oh, it'll be okay.
It is your turn, May.
Okay. I'm afraid of this one. Okay. I think I have to do it because the alternative is like no one's directly engaged with the gremlin. So we're just gonna create bonfire with my flamethrower St. Elmo's fire. I don't
great.
know what the save is against because technically I'm not a magic user at the moment. So
the way I'm gonna have it work is this is going to function probably systematically a lot like a magic wand would, where it has its own
see.
built-in. I think it's usually built in to be like the bare minimum, so I think it starts at around like DC 13. Okay, then that gives me a number to roll against. So dexterity save, gotta beat a 13, and it's an. I assume you were shooting
I
it
was
at
shooting
the
it
gremlin?
over the other gremlins to the gremlin in the distance. Yes.
Yeah, the gremlin in the distance just happily dances out of the way, is completely unaffected, as it rolled a
Dang
15.
it. Okay. I will say, as May is casting this spell, she knows that Greta like says quippy things, and whenever she casts spells, so May is going to like take aim with St. Elmo's fire, cock it on her hip, and just be like, you're not so cool now, and then just try to flame throw the gremlin. And it
Amazing.
doesn't-
So we have poetry and we have quippy one-liners, and that's everything.
That's all we are. But none of them succeed. It's simply me just, I don't know. I presume I will accidentally light things on fire because it does say anything that is not worn or carried but is flammable in a 5-foot square catches on fire.
Yeah, you do actually set a little fire on the ground. It's catches some of the greenery rather quickly.
I did just shoot that area with a ray of frost. I don't know if that has any residual effects.
The Ray of Frost is much more targeted to the actual target, whereas Bonfire is literally creating a fire springing up from the ground, more or less. Here, we'll just throw one of those on there.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Here we'll do. Boop. My gremlin's in the front. The gremlin avoided it. Is that your turn? Okay.
Great turn.
Okay, great. Oh yeah, it was a really good turn. You set this property on fire. I'm sure John is gonna be super happy about that.
With his own flamethrower.
With his own property that he already said was for adults and not
I'm
kids.
fully an adult right now.
We're adults now.
Everybody put up your finger mustaches and prove it. Look at us. You don't... Okay, 6,
you know
we
what?
get it. You have
No,
facial
6.
hair.
I need you to put a finger mustache up. I don't know if that's a juvenile complete beard or an adult complete beard without the finger mustache.
It's actually just taped. It's spirit gummed on.
It's spirit gum.
Spirit gum.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, this little gremlin is about to go wee all over you.
Remember, it has -10 movement.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Well, then it can only get this
Sick.
far.
Wait, hold on. Did it
And
have
then-
to move through the bonfire? Okay.
No, it
Just
basically,
evaded it.
the bonfire was created in its space, so
I
it just
see,
left
okay.
the space. And it is going to snatch up another rock. And it is
Oh
going to
gosh.
throw it.
Wait, didn't it double move there?
No, it moved 20 feet.
You're good.
Oof. Ooh.
Did you
that
nat
hurts,
20 on
doesn't
me?
it? Not a complete nat
Oh,
20.
okay. Just half it.
It was an unnatural 21.
Okay. All right. Hit me, baby, one more time to this freaking gremlin.
The good news is I did roll minimum damage, so you're only
Sure,
gonna take
okay.
3.
Yeah. 2 HP, baby. Let's go.
So it got like a smaller rock and just it landed, but you know, not enough to fully concuss you. Although at this point, through multiple head wounds, you're probably not feeling
super
great.
Not feeling great. Yeah, you could say that.
Oh no. Hey Greta, it's your turn.
How does this one look?
It's honestly still looking pretty sprightly. It looks like it has been, I'd say it's giving like a little bit of a limp from the frostbite, and then it's probably got like a little toasty from the fire. Are you?
Ray of Frosted again.
Oh my gosh! Well, that hits for sure.
Goodness. Wow! Come on.
Well, I'm glad you're so worried about not killing these things because you're succeeding on that front.
Do you guys feel that? That salt in the freaking wound? Sheesh.
You shoot that ray of frost, and it just it lightly chills this this gremlin. It is feeling, weirdly enough, on the lower half of its body it feels warm, but on the upper half it feels so cold.
And we will call this gremlin Todoroki.
Oh, good. That's what we need, is to start naming them.
Oh god. Okay, I take it back. I take it back.
It's the big boy's turn. The big boy is gonna do what the big boy do. And is going to hit Renjiro. I assume a 21 will beat your armor class.
Again, I'd say no, but I invite it. Come on,
So thoughtful. I appreciate it. You take 10 points of damage,
5.
rounded to half. Yeah. You are
Back.
feeling
I
woozy.
do turn.
Very bloody.
I do turn to Ren and I'm like, "Are you sure you don't need help?"
We'll see what happens after this next one.
Sure.
We'll see what happens.
And I say,
Just scream.
I believe in a thing called love. Just live in the room of your heart. And I fucking wail on his head.
Oh my gosh. I imagine Renjiro
Gods.
while raging is just like
No.
banging his head. Oh
Ugh.
my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not gonna land.
Yep.
I don't think this bugbear, a big boy, likes your music tastes.
It's all right. It's all right. I didn't choose Spice Girls this time, but I will next time. Gotcha.
I feel like Spice Girls worked so well for you last time.
Did.
May, it's your turn.
May is so hurt. She's barely standing. And there's a gremlin that she knows is a pet throwing rocks at her. But she sees how bloody Ren is and is like, I can't not! And just like, with her entire body, like from the ground, like swings up with her flamethrower. Help. Did that roll?
Okay.
Okay, 16.
Oh, you're doing another
Ah,
that
thank
hits.
God. Okay,
You hit. with your
okay, let's roll
flamethrower.
some damage, baby. Ugh,
All right.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
You, in a moment of desperation, you spin around and bring this flamethrower improvised maul just up and connect it with this thing's jaw, and it goes flying backward just like a couple inches and falls down unconscious as you blast past its remaining hit points.
I'm sorry, because you said dibs.
No, good job.
Okay. Cool, there's like a little shithead over there. And
I see him.
He's like, he thinks he's a rock star, but I have news. You're the rock star, Red. And I'm sensing I'm getting another rock to the head, so I'm trying to say this before I fall.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's find out. I assume a 12 was not going to be
Actually, no.
Yeah, another rock comes sailing over towards you and misses.
See, what did I say? You're the rock star, not that guy.
Oh, very good. Very good. Greta, it is your turn. As you have bravely ran away.
Yeah. I call it a tactical withdrawal.
Brave Sir Robin would agree.
Both of us are just like, where's Greta? And we look so rough.
There's like a person peeking out from around a hay bale just shooting rays of frost.
I think we
at
can
this
only
thing.
see the skull on the top of your head like pop out once in a while.
Yeah, exactly it.
Greta's in a western shootout. You guys are in like a samurai movie.
Nice.
And Greta sinks this ray of frost into this remaining gremlin and knocks it out instantly.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what kind of pet that was, but I'm kind of okay with that, because that guy was a dick.
So the second it goes down, Greta's gonna run over to it and try to apply first aid and get the ice off of it and make sure it's still breathing and all that good jazz.
Okay. I believe there is a relevant skill called medicine or first aid or
I am proficient
Healing.
in medicine, so I am gonna run over and give her the help action.
It's Medicane.
medicine. Got it.
Medicini.
You are getting.
Medicini.
I love Menachiti Albrado.
Oh!
Go ahead, May, Greta, and roll again. You have advantage since May is helping you.
Okie dokie. Yeah, take that first one.
Yeah, I think the 17 will do it. You come over and you see this gremlin is starting, like, the breathing is very, like, weak, and you can already see its form starting to shift. And as it does, you see that its fur is, like, completely falling off of its form, and the limbs are coming out more scaly than you would expect. And it's actually shrinking in size. And before long, you realize that this is a, oh my gosh, I completely forgot what it's called. The big lizards that people like to have as pets.
Big lizards.
The bearded lizards, or
I mean, it is a type of lizard, but they're, why am I blanking on this
iguana?
type? Iguana,
Oh.
thank you. It's an iguana. They're roughly the size of a cat. And you instantly know exactly what it needs. It needs some warmth. So you set about trying to warm its body in whatever way possible. Probably, I feel like friction would do
No,
it.
no, no,
Like,
no, no. I got a great idea. Is this fire still going?
Yes.
I'll take it over there, holding it close to me, trying to warm it up.
Okay, yeah, you nestle it by this improvised campfire. And before long, you can see that it is in a restful state. It is still sleeping, but it is no longer in dire straits.
Okay. I
Thanks
let
to
it
your quick
rest.
thinking.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna go over there and poke the bugbear with a stick.
Okay, great. The bugbear, the big boy, doesn't budge. You keep trying to trick me to say bugbear, but it's a big boy.
So, I just want to say this real quick before it becomes an issue. After I warm up the iguana, I'm going to play fire safety inspector and
very
put this
smart.
out with a ray of
Very
frost.
Okay, great. Yeah, you quickly put out that fire with a ray of frost, so that this farmland is not threatened. I will say the grass layer is pretty thin out here. There's like a few bigger outcroppings closer to the fence lines, but it wasn't at risk of spreading too much. But I'm sure Farmer John will be happy to hear that you're so considerate. Yeah, May, you head on over to the bugbear, and it is. I'm sorry, big boy.
I
Oh my
did it.
gosh, how dare you?
I did it.
Okay, you know what? We can just go ahead and drop the whole kimono. Yes, it's a bugbear. Yes, they were goblins. Bada bing, bada boom.
We caught you.
It is a hulking, hairy form, and it's also starting to sort of change in
gosh.
appearance as its body starts to it doesn't shrink down in height, but it shrinks in mass. The musculature and the hair depart, and what remains is this thin form of it's humanoid in nature, but its skin is gray and its eyes are big and bulging. And you can barely see a nose, and it has these very thin lips.
May is gonna turn to Ren, shocked, and goes, I think we punched an alien.
No, I slashed it with my axe. I didn't punch it yet.
Oh, you wanna?
I feel like I might accidentally kill it.
Please don't accidentally kill the extraterrestrial.
Well, the alternative may be that the extraterrestrial kills us, so... Oh, hold on. May pulls the duct tape out of her bag and secures this alien.
If I don't punch
Okay.
the alien this time, but I body slam an alien next time, does that make up
It
for it?
does make up for it. It's kind of like it's a total
yeah.
sum game. It's not one of those like. I have a feeling we'll have a lot of aliens that we get to punch. You know what I mean?
I feel like maybe
By WWF Raw standards, I mean, yeah, I think that's the perfect answer.
to motivate me further, I think you two should bet how high I could throw an alien up into the air.
Oh my gosh, that is an incredible.
We'll see who wins.
Okay. I think you can get it up to like. I have faith in you. I think you could get it up to like 25 feet.
25, okay.
Like 2 stories,
What?
2.5.
I was gonna say 10 at the most. Like,
10?
if he gets a good momentous swing with it. I mean, they're like 100 pounds. I kicked the corpse. How heavy is it?
It's less than 100 pounds for sure.
He's got
It's
this.
very light for its height.
Okay, maybe 15. I don't know. You're pretty strong, Ren, but that's a lot of weight flying awkwardly through the air.
I'm up for the challenge.
All right.
Yes.
As you're having this conversation, the 2 sleeping gremlins also start to revert, and you see one turn into a hamster.
I knew it.
And the other one turns into a bunny.
Bunny!
And they're just like sleeping peacefully as they revert to their original true
Do these look
forms.
like in the wild or like pets?
They are absolutely domesticated. This bunny is not like the bunnies you would see out in the
Okay.
wild. Definitely domesticated. And I've never seen a wild hamster. I don't even know what that would... I assume they're burrowers. That's what they do. But still.
Sorry, I just had a whole image
Yeah.
in my head of a wild hamster and how we domesticated hamsters for some reason. I don't. Okay, I'll look that up later. But I am gonna say once the alien is all tied up and everything, I'm gonna like go into the hay and kind of like dig out a little hole for our little dudes to kind of like recover in, and also so we know exactly where they are and they don't wander off.
Okay. I'm gonna just
Okay,
clear
yeah.
these
So
tokens
I'm just
now.
gonna give him a little burrow right here.
Okay.
How are you two?
The-
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, the 2 seem very cozy in the hay as they sort of snuggle up to nap in their new, very plush bedding, better than what they're used to, most likely. And the gray creature that you have hogtied is just completely immobile. It is also, I should say, like bleeding. You assume it's purple, but it's obviously got to be blood because it's coming from the nose, or what you would call the nose, really.
I try to do what makes sense to me, and that is to stop the fluid from coming out. But I don't know that I necessarily have like any bandages or anything here to...
I'm gonna go ahead and just let you know that this thing is 100% deceased.
Oh,
It was pushed way past its limits, essentially, and it is not responsive. There are no vital signs on this thing.
so what should we do with this? Do you think since it's dead we should take it back to the other aliens and see if the threat is over?
Maybe, but remember, there seem to be some kind of drag marks coming out of that crater. We have found the alien who was running some sort of device, but we haven't found the device itself, right?
Yeah, that's a good call. We gotta go check out that area.
Wait, hold on. If we... Let's do this now.
Yeah, we're dead. We're toast.
With a 19, how high do I throw this
yes!
alien into the air?
Yes.
With a 19, you get a solid...
My
You are pretty
push
strong.
drag lift is 480 pounds, if that's relevant.
Okay, yeah, that does help. You sent it a good 20 feet in the air, then.
All right.
Like, you get some real air on
No
that thing.
way.
That's
Yeah.
super
I
unfortunate
guess you
because
win,
that's
Meg.
right in the middle of the
That
two
is
of you.
right in the middle of both of our guesses.
Greta bet 15, May bet 25.
So,
I honestly didn't even pay attention to those numbers, so that's great.
That's perfect. And I'm like, Price is Right rules, you win. But that was amazing, Ren.
Well, that was fun. Okay, look. Before we actually real talk, before we actually go do this, how well off are you on slots of spells and shit?
Are you talking to...
My magical potential is drained. I feel exhausted already. I can only imagine you two feel
I
awful.
feel great, and it's just tears.
Stop lying.
You're right. It was a lie. I feel...
Greta hugs
I
me
feel really
immediately.
bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ow!
Look, I didn't drink my surge. I've only got one of these left.
Drink it. You need it.
Give it to me.
What? No. Oh.
How many spell slots do you have
You
left?
need to take this.
Well, here's the thing. If I drink the surge, I can heal you for only 5 hit points. If you drink the surge, you get your full back, and at least maybe we could take a little, just tiny little relaxation second, and at least we can generate some stuff back.
What if the three of you split the surge?
Interesting.
Can we?
Can we?
Yeah, you can split it. Yeah, you take a swig.
Okay.
each.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
The three of you share this remaining bottle of Surge, the sugary carbonated goodness, caffeinating your minds and nourishing your bodies. And this moment of camaraderie coming together after the defeat of a great and powerful foe, you feel amazing. And as you bask in this moment, you feel like lighter. You feel more powerful. You feel like you hear some sort of fanfare playing, like ba 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 ba, but more of an open license version. And please don't sue me, Final Fantasy.
Square.
The three of you level
Oh
up.
my gosh.
Yay!
You're actually going to go up 2 levels because you've gone through an entire setup plus this, and this was sort of a rough and ready introduction to your adventures. You're going to gain 2 levels, so you'll be level 3. Everyone gets their special archetype stuff at the same time. We can wrap that up in a little bit, but at the same time, you feel reinvigorated. You all regain your missing health, any spell slots, and expended mechanics, and you receive a message on your Namahachis. The little pixelated face of Leela, your representative at Arcadetopia, says, "Well done, adventurers! You've done it! The threat has been eliminated, and from what I've heard, it was a close fight." It is obviously not waiting for a response. It is a Namahachi and is a one-way communication device. The three of you have done well, and you've earned a reward. You will find in your hand each a token for Arcadetopia.
Like, where did it come from? Did it just, spontaneously...
It just materialized in your hand.
I...
This
Whoa.
is the coolest. I've never had a job before,
Okay,
and this is the coolest.
Working for ghosts is amazing.
Isn't it great having instant payment for your hard work? Gosh, imagine.
Fantasy
Directly
worlds.
deposited.
Directly deposited into our hands for us to trade in. Oh, I kind of want to go to the arcade right now.
I kind of want to go to the arcade right now.
I mean, I feel like we shouldn't. Because of all the reasons
Yeah.
that you told us that we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Reasons?
That we have to go chase the thing.
Like,
Oh.
can I roll?
I mean, you can still follow that thing. It would be. This will lead to the epilogue of this adventure.
I guess, yeah. Uh, can I do like a quick insight or anything? See if there's anything on the body that would maybe act as like some kind of technological something to try to get us back to where it was located before it snuck onto the farm.
Um,
Okay.
yes. You I'm gonna make this real easy for you because this thing doesn't exactly have much in the way of clothing. You see wrapped around its wrist is a small device that seems to function similar to a radar, but it's got a lot of extra bells and whistles that you have never seen before. And as you point it in the direction of the woods, you see a light lighting up on its interface. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up with you guys following this so we can move forward. Following that light and navigating around the deactivated bear traps, you find a small little like dugout in the ground. Like this area where a hill started to form has been tunneled into. And inside of it, you see a small spherical ship that, or more like a pod, but you would wager is probably the way that this thing arrived here. It is just bare. If you were, as your heights as students, the shortest among you would feel a little cramped fitting into here. You see that, and you also see a little setup next to it with just this like little locked chest. When you open it, you see a couple different syringes of the same fluid that you saw in Ms. Fisher's basement, essentially. And you recognize it as the genetic modification fluid. This one, you see around the area leftovers of different animals that were encountered. You actually see a couple of bones that depict a bear, as well as some for a combination of like wolves and squirrels and other stuff that's been made into this weird slurry of a cocktail. And that's really all you find, except for this strange, you see what looks like it could be a communicator. You would guess. It's small, handheld, and it flips open and closed, but you don't necessarily know how to operate it at this time.
Okay.
But with that, you have successfully solved this particular adventure. The pets that you have successfully rescued and nestled into the hay are soon returned to their owners, who are happy to have their long lost pets returned. Question: one thing that did not get resolved. What do you want to do about Scarlet?
Find her.
She is back at the Fisher residence, like you told her.
Right. I think that was me. Am I wrong? I think.
I think it.
Holding
sorry,
on
what
to
was
the
you?
communicator.
The
Wow.
communicator?
Yeah. Are you gonna take the communicator, or if no one's
I was
taking it,
gonna
I'll take
say,
it.
if May had it, she'd probably give it to Greta.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
I think what happens is May picks up the communicator, turns to Ren, and is like, how high do you think you could throw this? And then Greta's like,
No.
That would break.
I don't know.
We don't want that to happen.
It could be fun.
To break the.
Although I
what?
do kind of want to see how far he can throw things now, because 20 feet
That
was
was
insanity
awesome.
for that.
We're gonna find you so many things to throw.
I feel like that's gonna be like. If I ever need to kill something, that's how I do it.
That's
Just yeet it into the air.
yes.
I will let you know that when you were lifting the body, it was so lightweight Like, it was really lightweight.
Like, honestly, I don't think that I could have
You're-
even bench pressed it. I think I could have curled it. Just,
Wow.
Nice. Working the bicep.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this is so cool. She says while holding a flamethrower, and like, okay, so I guess we're going, right?
Yeah. Let's head back to the Fisher residence and tell them that everything is safe now.
Okay. It is well after sunset by the time you get to the Fisher residence, but thankfully the evening is quiet, as it was more or less the middle of the week. And you knock on the door of the Fisher residence, and sure enough, Scarlet answers the door and says, hi, it- what's the word? What's going on?
It's important to note that we would be probably in student mode when moving through the town.
Okay, great. That is good to
Uh,
know.
Then I'd like to say to Scarlet, so we sort of found like a half bear looking creature in the woods, and it looked like it was extraterrestrial in origin, so we thought it might be your aggressor. I don't think it's gonna be bothering you anymore, but like, what kind of creature was it?
Uh, let come on in. Um, I I think she'd better explain. And you are situated back in the living room, and Ms. Fisher sits across from you. A huge wave of relief having come over her, hearing that the threatening presence that was pursuing her is now no longer an issue. And she says, okay, so, as I mentioned, my people perfected, mastered the skill of genetic modification. We use it for exploring all manner of planets and adapting and allowing us to survive. We started colonies. Unfortunately, there were some unforeseen side effects. See, it's not just that we adapt our physiology. There's a, how to put it, your the body informs the mind in many ways. There was a colony that tried to establish on a planet with an unforeseen threat. And they did what we always do. They tried to assimilate and adapt. And in doing so, they lost themselves. They lost them. They became vicious hunters. They turned into something else. And as a result, it cost the rest of my species their lives. They began hunting down the rest of us. I never seen anything like it. It was as though they were possessed. They
Makes more sense now.
There are more than likely still a few of them out there. But at the very least, it sounds like you got this one. So, thank you.
Well, we'll probably be keeping an eye out for more. They seem to set off our weirdo meter. And if we get any other disturbances in the area, we might come to you for scientific help if that's okay. You seem to be well equipped in that regard.
I will be happy to help in whatever way that I can.
And likewise, if you ever need help, I guess, call Leela at the arcade. She'll be able to get hold of us. I
Is
give her
that-
the arcade name.
Is that where you gather?
No, not really, but it's complicated.
Okay. I sure if there is a threat to me or the local area that I notice, I will call your local place for playing games.
What was the name of the arcade Layla works at?
It's Arcadetopia.
Right. Just call Arcadetopia, ask for Leela, and tell her it is a matter concerning peace, love, and life. She'll know what it means.
Okay. Um, Thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, we gotta have each other's back here in the near future, I suppose.
Um, Renjiro, Scarlet has sat down next to you and has been very passively trying to get your attention for a little bit.
What's up?
She kind of like pokes you and says, "Hey, do you still got sushi on you?"
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just hand her a bag.
Thanks. The whole bag. Oh my gosh. She takes it and begins like just stuffing her face with it. She's like, this is real good.
I mean,
Thank you.
you didn't have to eat the whole bag at once, you know, some temperance.
That's a lot.
Oh, sorry. Sort of what I'm used to.
Ah, that's fair, I guess. Okay.
So, I, am I gonna be okay?
What do you think?
Why would you think otherwise?
I, Miss Fisher told me where I come from
All right.
when I asked her what was going on. I kind of like who I am, but think I used to go by Princess.
It's about right.
Ah,
Do I have to go back?
You are a sentient being, and you like what you are. Far as I'm concerned, you stay what you like. And if that's this, then that's what you are.
and Miss Fisher here seems to be really good at creating false identities. I mean, the school actually admitted you. There's records of you there. That was
Very.
impressive. So, like, come to school with us. We'll hang out. We'll trade bad lunches. Figure stuff
Am-
out.
Am
Shake
I
up some
remembering
trouble.
correctly? Was it Marcus, the guy who was like posting? What was the name of Marcus's dog in the last episode?
I believe Marcus was the guy who was posting up the missing dog poster at the
Right.
telephone
What was the
pole.
name of that dog again? It was
Princess.
Princess. Listen, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. And I know that Marcus would be really happy to see you again. But I don't know. Maybe you'll live a little on this side of the road, you know? See what you can do.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'd like that. There's so much that I'd really like to learn. Like how to use a fork.
Honestly, they're overrated.
And okay.
Allow me to show you the benefits of
Oh, you-
chopsticks.
Oh my goodness, I can't express how cool chopsticks are.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I think I'd like to learn a lot.
You
I'd
seem
like to
pretty
hang out with you
smart.
guys.
I'm sure you'll take to it well.
We've got your back.
Thank you.
You know that.
Thank you. Um. Oh, that reminds me, actually. There's something I wanted to give you. She rummages into her pocket and pulls out a couple of tokens. She says, "I found these while I was sort of rummaging around. I didn't know what they were for. I figured I'd probably check it out, but I think you guys should have them. And there are 3 more Arcade-topia tokens."
Yeah.
We'll take them. Hey, you know what? Why don't you come with us? You can meet Leela. It'll be a
Yeah?
good time. Yeah.
Awesome. When can we go?
I mean, I think they're still open till like 10. What time is it?
It's about 6:30-ish by this point.
Yeah. Let's hit the arcade. Anyone got any objections?
Nah, my parents are working late today, so I should be cool. And my little brother is just kind of a dork, so.
Big same on the parents' part. What's it like having a sibling? That must be weird.
Yeah, sometimes we're like best friends, and other times I'll wake up and he'll just be actively staring at me or setting something in my room almost on fire. So it keeps you on your toes. Yeah.
Fascinating. Does like fire run in your No, let's just head to the arcade.
I'm worried about the fire-related things that seem to be surrounding
I would
May's
just
life.
like to point out, I did make it canon that May's family is heavily Catholic. Candles and lighting candles as prayers for people specifically are a huge part of the religion.
Yes, it is.
And thus, fire's just important, friends.
It's just a whole part of the experience.
Just a lot of fire, so it's fun.
Just so much fire. It's fine. Alrighty then. Then the 4 of you now make plans to head out to Arcade-topia. Scarlet doesn't have a bike.
You can ride in the back of mine.
Do we got pigs?
I
had 2 voices at once.
Go ahead.
6 foot. Zoe?
Oh, do we have pigs on the bike?
Oh, yes. So it looks like Renjiro made the offer. What was
I
Meg
was gonna say the same thing. Peg riding.
Okay. Yeah, she happily agrees, and the 4 of you, with permission from Ms. Fisher, head off for an evening of fun at the one and only place in town that a bunch of youth can go to without getting into trouble. Arcade-topia.
I love it here. It's so much cooler than the skate rink, and I just glare daggers at the skate rink that's across the way.
Oh, hey, don't
The skate rink
Yeah.
/ bowling
don't
alley.
be hating on the skate rink. Summer works there when she does. Well, when she's not working, she's doing roller derby there.
Okay, yeah, that is kind of cool, but still.
Have you ever gone to see one of the shows?
Wait, what?
I still have the teeth I collected.
Oh my god, I have questions.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
I have so many questions, and I for sure want to go now. What? I just figured it would be a lot of lame couples holding
Roller
hands.
derby's hardcore here. They get competitive.
Yep.
I
Okay,
have more questions, but I'm afraid at this point, I think I'm just gonna have to mosey right along.
I'm like, not today, and then walk into Arcade-topia.
All right. You walk into Arcade-topia filled with bright neon lights, this carpet that is a black void with various shapes and various colors, and a smell that you can't quite place. And it is abuzz with fun and excitement, and you see behind the price counter your friend and mine, Leela. She actually waves at you as you come on in.
Hi, Leela. We brought a friend. This is Scarlett. She's cool.
Uh, yeah, dig. Hey, you, you wanna play some games, kid?
I mean, that's what we're here to do. But, they helped us with that thing at that place that we did that time.
Oh, so this is a friend of yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, welcome to Arcadetopia. Um, try not to break anything.
So you said that there was something here we could exchange these tokens for.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. We got all sorts of games here. Those tokens are your ticket to tickets. So, find a game you want to play. Get as many tickets as you can. Then we can check out the price counter. See what we can get you.
Alright, I do. What games do we have available here, Layla?
Well, let me go ahead and read from this company-approved manuscript. Welcome to Arcadetopia, where all your dreams are here. We have a variety of fun entertainment options for you, from Road Warriors to Puck Person and all sorts of fun arcade cabinets. We also have Zero G Ball. We have a a a virtual, in quotes, putt course, and we have a good old-fashioned game of gambling with the one where you toss the coin in and you try to push more coins down to get tickets. Call it Treasure Trove. Sorry, I stopped reading the script a minute ago. It's legalese. It's really boring. We've got all manner of games in here. I'm sure you can find one if you're looking for something specific. Just make sure it's one of the ticket granting ones. Play basketball. That one's called Hot Hoops. It's got a real fire theme for some reason. Not sure why.
I want to clarify: is the Zero G Ball skee ball? May
Yes.
is there. May is at skee ball. She loves skee ball. Yes.
Wonderful.
Is there any, like, trivia-based ones? I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's this one that almost nobody plays, so it's honestly I keep forgetting about it. It's called Beat the Brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like a trivia game where you have to try and outsmart this computer. It's gonna ask you a bunch of questions. You have to try to answer in the time given, and sometimes it gives you misleading questions. So you have to really like think.
Alright, I'm game. Point me to that one.
Okay.
I realize I'm a little bit maybe a little bit before the time, but do they have anything DDR adjacent?
Hold on just a second because I do need to make sure that my timeline is correct. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Oh,
What?
2 years a bit early.
Junior year,
Shame.
we're gonna tear
But-
apart some DDR.
Once we know what that is.
All right.
There isn't anything DDR related. However, you do see. You know what you do see? There's one that's like this really awkward looking game that's it's whack-a-mole, but instead of moles, it's set up like a series of notes on like a guitar. And as the lights light up, you have to try to hit the correct light. So you're playing along to whatever song is randomly playing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
I basically made a worse version of Guitar
Yeah,
Hero.
I'll do that.
Yeah, you made Whack-A-Mole and Guitar Hero
The spiritual
infinitely
successor.
better.
Predecessor?
It's
I
technically
made
like
Whack
that
Hero.
one. Because Rock Band had like the drum set. It's pretty much Rock Band. So yeah, worst version of a Guitar Hero. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. For the record, I loved Rock Band more because I found it easier to line up the horizontal lines than an entire circle
Yeah, that's
for
valid.
Guitar Hero. My 2 cents. Plus, Rock Band had the
DDR
beats.
has whole arrows and it's a whole ding ding thing. So
Yeah, I used to be able to do that. Now my knees don't love doing that anymore, and I'm sad.
you're
And there was the alternate one where it's like you wave your arms around in the position. I always thought that one was crazy.
The best part was, as a trained dancer, I was horrible at any of those dance video games because I was like, I don't get it. I'm using proper technique. They don't care about proper technique. Just stomp on the ding dang arrow.
No, I can absolutely identify.
Yeah.
Yes, those, and it was the boxing games that really got me.
Yes!
You know, where like they have the camera. Like,
Oh, yes!
I'm a trained fighter.
100%.
And like, what's
I
happening?
know. I used to play Wii boxing just kind of by shaking the Wii nunchuck and everything.
That's exactly what I did.
If you want to know what I used to do, back on the original Nintendo Entertainment System, I had Duck Hunt as part of this like trio of like Duck Hunt, Track and Field, and the
Incredible.
original Mario
What
Brothers.
a combo.
After learning that I could do this, fun fact, it's just a simple binary sensor. It's basically looking for the one spot of black on the flash, which is where the duck is. But if you hold your hand to the end of the gun, it's automatically going to act like it hit because it thinks it hit.
Okay, well, May for sure
So
has
I
never
started doing
considered
that.
cheating at any single game here. So I'm sure she's gonna see someone do that and fully fight them.
You are here at Arcadetopia. What interest? I feel like each of you has found your interest. So here's how this is going to work. You each have 2 tokens. One for completing the mission, and one for completing the bonus mission. The bonus mission was return all the pets to their owners. Obviously, in the case of Scarlet, that's up for interpretation.
Scarlet is her own owner now.
Exactly. So you have 2 tokens apiece. The way that earning tickets from arcades is going to work is you've chosen a game. Conveniently, you've chosen games that do play to your strengths. Each game has a different of your student stats associated with it. You're going to roll your d10. You're going to add your modifier. And whatever total number you get is how many tickets you get, and you will want to roll for each token. So you'll roll twice. What I'll probably do for the sake of simplicity is roll 2d10, add your stat total number. And I will say you can add some extra credit here if you truly want to. As an additional benefit to extra credit.
That's actually a good advantage to holding
That's
on
a
to extra credit.
fantastic one, yeah.
Someone's
Whoa.
been hoarding it the whole time.
What? Oh my god.
Well, I don't want to follow that up.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
You killed
I'm really sorry.
Skee-Ball.
you it's called 0G ball, and you just start throwing it and slinging
No, I was gonna
it.
say what May does with Skee-Ball, like she makes it into a show. Like it is fully like she'll like wrap it around her body. She'll almost like she's playing basketball, and then line it up and just sling it right alley-oop into the 500 is the highest it can go. So yeah, she does that. So technically speaking, do I double the modifier that I use, since that for each of those rolls I would have added the modifier? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's
just
a
double the
32.
modifier. Oh boy. Yeah, you handily get 32 tickets out of this skee ball as you just go wild. Like, wham, wham. Like, you're doing trick shots and stuff, and it's like no hesitation. You've got
I
it
like
down
the
to
idea
a
that she'll
rhythm.
also once in a while just do a left-handed one, just to spice it up. So,
just,
Yeah.
just to show off. And I feel like it's one of those situations where like you throw it and you feel like you made a bad throw and then it like bounces off the
Yep.
frame and lands in the
Yes.
thing anyway.
Perfect, exactly.
All right, May, you have earned 32
Yay.
tickets. Who would like to go next?
I'll give it a whirl.
Okay, you are tackling trivia.
So this will be plus 10.
Plus 10. So 9 plus 10, 19. You go up against this beat the brain sort of game, and as you are answering questions, it is printing out tickets. So I would say it's out of you know what I'm gonna say? It's out of 100 questions, but like after you miss a certain number of times, it just says you're done. You get through like a good few. You have like a couple misses, and then finally, after your 19th correct answer, it's just bam, 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 bam. You are out of there. But you do land yourself 19 solid tickets. Much to the derision of the game over screen, that it's like this nerd sticking his tongue out at you, like, meh.
I'll get you next time, great mind. Wait.
All right, moving right along.
That's
Renjiro.
plus 12, that said.
Okay, so you've got 21 right now with that plus 12 for your very bad Guitar Hero
I'm
game.
gonna burn some extra credit on that.
How much?
You said I have 21?
You got 21 so far. 12 plus 9 is.
I will burn 4 extra credits, so I have 25 total.
Okay, yeah. You're just feeling this beat. Like you are going, and as it turns out, it's a Spice Girls song playing, so it's like right up your alley. You are just hitting every note, and it is fantastic.
That's the way it is.
I love
What?
it.
Yep, that was the exact song that played. How'd you know? And yeah, you land 25 solid tickets. With your hoard of tickets, you make your way back up to the prize counter, and Leela she's proud. She's proud of you. She's got this like nice knowing smile, like, yeah, you guys are gonna do great. And you see behind her the wall of prizes. She says, all right, so let's go ahead and slip these into the old ticket counter. She runs them through the counter, and she says, okay. So here's what we got. For 5 tickets, she points to the bucket behind the glass display case, or the various buckets. She says, we've got a bunch of candy. Gonna be honest, it's all knockoffs, but it's candy. It's delicious, and you might find that it's pretty good to enjoy when you're feeling stressed or even exhausted. Maybe even when your hit points are low. So for 5 tickets, you can get a piece of candy. So there's that. Then over here, she points to like the higher row, or actually to the lowest bar on the wall behind her. You see a bunch of like large wrapped candy bars and also a couple of like toys. And she says, these are 10 tickets apiece. These are gonna last you a lot longer, or just be able to be used multiple times before they inevitably break, because these are cheap plastic things and or candy. D&D speak, these are going to be things that have a limited duration or a number of uses instead of being one-off instantaneous things, so you can check those out as well. She points to the next row and she says, these are 50 tickets apiece. You see a bunch of like fake jewelry and charms and stuff that you could adorn your backpack and whatnot. And you even see like a couple trapper keepers. And she's like, this is good stuff. And then up top she points and you see a whole slew of light up electronic plastic swords, and you see like a shield that says that's actually branded after one of the arcade cabinets. It says Knight's Quest 2, and all sorts of accoutrements. She says 100
What?
tickets apiece. But that's top shelf. That's some of the good stuff. Some of it's even made of real metal. So that's what you're looking at. Just let me know what sort of area you're looking for, and we'll see what we can hook you up with.
Okay. I wrote all that down. If I did my math right, we got 76 tickets total. Okay.
Correct. 76 tickets in
Perfect.
the combined
Okay.
pot.
Do you guys want to split this like 3 ways evenly? Does that work, or do we want to like go in for certain things more than others?
I mean, what exactly are you thinking?
Well, I super want to save up for that stuff up top, but I do want to grab like a couple of the smaller things, especially the healing stuff.
Yeah, I don't see a reason to split that though. We could just buy some healing stuff and then save up.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I'm definitely going to buy some healing stuff too.
Yeah, okay. Sweet. Well, that works. Sorry, you said for the 15 ticket ones, you mentioned fake jewelry / charms and trapper keepers. Any insight on what those do, or no?
So those were
50,
50. And the Trapper Keepers, Leela gives you some insight on those. Apparently those things are really good at keeping your belongings organized, and it can hold a lot of stuff.
It's a bag of holding trapper
Yeah.
keeper. Oh my god.
It's the Trapper Keeper of Holding.
Mhm.
It even has like a very friendly face on its like locking mechanism. It's got a smiley face on it with some eyes on top.
That's so
Amazing.
good. Okay.
And the rings are various like rings and trinkets, but these are things that have effectively indefinite use. Things that have charges that recharge or whatnot. Persistent use.
All right. The things that I know we're super gonna need would be any of the healing stuff. At least, I'd say 3 of those, so that we can each hold on to one. Because, oof, it's gonna get rough out here.
That is not a bad idea.
Okay, so we'll use, I guess, 15 of our tickets to get 3 pieces of the 5-ticket candy.
Okay. You hand over 15 tickets. Leela grabs an assortment of candy. It seems like the good stuff is this particular bin full of what are called chocologs. They're small. They're chocolate. They're sort of rolled up in little paper.
Chocologs, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Delicious.
Delicious.
And how gummy are they?
Oh, they're very gummy. They seem unnaturally
Good,
gummy
perfect.
and warm.
As long as they're warm, that's what matters.
It's gummy in that it almost doesn't want to break apart if you chew it, and it easily turns to a soft mush in your pocket.
Perfect. Nothing I wanted more.
Amazing.
Like
Oh,
edible
God.
putty.
Are you guys? Is there anything else that you guys
So-
are really drawn towards? Because I know I'm saving up for the big Kahuna stuff.
I don't have anything that I'm really interested in at all. So, with that said, would you like 19 tickets? Because those things that are top shelf are really expensive.
Are you sure? Like you don't you don't have to give me
Yeah.
What? No, no, Greta, I can't repay you for that.
You've saved my ass plenty of times out there already, so let's just call it even. You're gonna get the equipment that you need, and we're gonna move forward.
And she just like goes up and hugs Greta. That's so sweet. At least like split it in between me and Ren, because Ren's probably also saving. It's really hard to communicate this effectively with tears running down her face. Because it's gotta be fair, and that's important. Like, it's gotta be equal, and it's gotta be just, and it's gotta. Oh my god.
Well, technically, these are the tickets that I earned, and if I want to give them to my good friend, then it is just that I give them all to you if I so choose.
But give some to Ren, because he did such a good job.
No, Renjiro's got his own business going on here.
It's fine, really.
Okay. But at least let me pay for everybody's candies, so that yeah, I'm good with
Yeah,
that. Okay,
do that.
perfect. Okay.
All right, great. So, is that all of the spending of tickets, or I also asked that you
Yeah.
make note of your individual ticket values because I cannot
It's all
possibly
good.
keep track of it all.
That's it for me.
Okay, great. Renjiro?
Yep.
You good? Okay. So the three of you acquire your Choco logs, which, for the purposes of mechanics, they will be potions of healing that heal for 2d4 plus 2. Pop it in your mouth, chew, you're good to go. Choco logs, they heal your health.
And hold on, I can see why it takes a full action to do that, because those things famously do not go down fast. They do not.
They do not. Like, you will be chewing for a good few seconds, like, and it'll feel like an eternity. It's like it's trying to fight your teeth. Okay, with spending out of the way and you're saving up your tickets, then the only thing that's left is your character level ups. So you're each going to climb 2 whole levels. You're going to reach level 3. I'm curious. I want to go through each of your characters and see what you gain from your level ups. And I'd like to start with Renjiro Rollins.
Second level reckless attack, danger sense, third level primal knowledge, third level primal path. I chose Path of Wild Magic, from which I gain magical awareness and Wild Surge. And are we rolling for hit points, or do I just take the average?
Let's just take the average. I've never been a huge fan of the
Okay.
rolling.
Then I get that many hit points.
Excellent. Oh, okay. Wow. Path of Wild. That is going to be exciting.
I figure it matches his chaoticness very well.
So good.
I feel like that is a very good fit. I also like the use of the primal knowledge optional rules. I find that to be, honestly, I feel like that's what the class was missing. I love it. Out of curiosity, what new proficiency are you
Survival.
taking? Perfect. Oh, finally, he's gotten a lot better at stockpiling his sushi for survival. Okay, great. So yeah, it definitely also feels almost semi-bard-like too, because now when you rage, that random effect, it feels like it's, in a way, pseudo-bard, like bard/fae inspired. I love that. That's cool. Let's go ahead and talk to May Corteza now. May, you get
I do.
magic.
I'm finally a little bit magical, and that's
Wonderful. Second level, I clarify my fighting style. I am going to be taking protection, so that I could help my friends, as well as getting my divine smites and my spellcasting ability. Third level, I get divine health as well as my sacred oath. I'm going to be going with Oath of Redemption, actually, which provides me with some really cool spells. I also will get a sleep spell, so a lot of people are going to fall asleep on us for a minute here.
The fact that this party is going in on a lot of sleep-related solutions, and that's very exciting for me, because you don't know what's coming, but that's
Okay.
perfect.
Sounds great then.
Yeah. Do you know what spells you're
not at the
taking?
moment, just because I forgot to prep this in
Okay.
advance, but I will.
Valid. Then go ahead and work on
Will
picking
do.
those real quick, and we'll check in with Greta Maplethorpe.
So far I've selected my arcane tradition as being an evocationist. That's gonna be fun to roll.
That's gonna be a ton of fun. And aside from, I think wizards, you really don't get a whole lot at each level, other than the fact that you get just the most spells. And I think you've unlocked second level spells by this point too. So have you had a chance to look at your spells?
I have not yet, because
Okay.
I need to do poems for them too.
I'll give you a chance because there are a lot of wizard spells, plus you have to come up with poetry. But we'll at least touch on maze. What
All right.
What spells are you gonna pick?
I am, of course, taking a Searing Smite because I'm me and I need it. And I am also, actually, interestingly enough, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take a Bless, and I don't know. I mean, if my high fives heal people, we're gonna figure out what I do to bless people, and I think it's gonna be something very, very specific. And then for my last one, I think I'm gonna go with. I know it's kind of counterintuitive, but I will be taking Shield of Faith. And that's that.
Okay, great. It's actually, I feel like Shield of Faith is pretty on
It
brand.
is, but it's always a question. Once it's concentration, if you're blessed and then Shield of Faith happens, it's like you wish, do you like more? But it makes sense. So
No, it totally makes sense, and I think
I
that's
also
a
want you to
great
know
choice.
I was typing my spells
excellent.
and I wrote Shelf of Faith. You tell me what that is.
It's when you get this shelf, but you got it like cheap from the nearby store, and you set it up hoping that it'll hold all your tchotchkes, because you're definitely going to put your Fabergé eggs and all of your most fragile items on it that are also simultaneously heavy, and you're just not quite sure it's going to hold, but
God,
you're
are
hoping
you
that it
relying
does.
on this Shelf of Faith?
See, my mind went a step further and was thinking something along the lines of, it's that really heavy shelf you put, just above your bed, and you're not 100% on the screws, but you're pretty sure.
Also that.
It's a shelf of faith.
These are all very, very good, so I'm very happy with this.
This is fantastic. I also do love that May is taking on a fiery persona in opposition of Greta's frosty persona, and that is excellent. And then there's Renjiro, just unpredictable as usual. You never know what he's gonna do next, and that's great. You need to have a wild card, and I'm glad that it's your barbarian that's doing
deeply
it.
glad.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only logical conclusion.
I'm so excited.
All right. I think there's only one final thing to do to wrap this up. After you've spent your tickets and you've codified your escalation of power, you also just take some time to relax. You enjoy your time at the arcade, and Scarlet is having a blast. She joins you on some of your ticket gaining adventures, although she doesn't get nearly as much. She's able to get a piece of candy and just hold on to that. And she also partakes in some of the little competitive games, the Road Warriors and the Mantra ship shooting game and all sorts of stuff like that. Joust.
I challenge you to air hockey.
Oh,
Victory
God.
shall be mine.
There's an air hockey competition. Oh, good. I feel like you can easily split up into teams of two then and do trade-offs.
Yes.
And I think that's where we'll leave off with sort of that good old narrative camera zooming out from your air hockey playing and the competitive screams and whoops and hollers as the town of Littleton is once again safe thanks to the three brave heroes that look over it. Yeah, congratulations on completing the first adventure. I hope you guys had a fantastic time. I know you guys did amazing, and I had fun running for you. The next one should be up and ready in just a couple weeks, and we can roll right along. Things are gonna get weird in this town, though, and I do need you to know that. So, prepare yourselves for some weird stuff.
No matter how weird you think this town will be, I shall be weirder, or my name isn't Greta Maplethorpe.
We literally threw an alien 20 feet into the air today after we killed it with a flamethrower named after a bunch of comets and also a movie. So...
And not only with the flamethrower, but
No.
you didn't even use the business end. You used the blunt
We've
end.
done a lot of weird stuff, so I say this from the bottom of my heart. We couldn't have been murdered by a farmer. And that's never gonna happen.
Couldn't have been.
Don't say that. You invite.
You're gonna wake up on a
Chaos.
farm. All right. With that, thank you everybody for enjoying this episode of Monster Morning Special. We will have the next episode up and ready in just a couple weeks. Thank you all so much. Have a good night. Make good decisions. And of course, we'll see you next time. I have been your DM, Angel. I am joined by the illustrious Zoe playing Greta Maplethorpe. Say hello.
Hello.
By Dea Pajarillo, who voices and plays the affable and super charismatic May Corteza.
Why, thank you, my
And
dear.
of course, the legendary Six, who takes on the role of Renjiro Rollins and his infinite bag of sushi.
Cheers, love.
Thank you all so much. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Woo!